Hey guys, we're
Welcome
starting.
to Story Ideas on the Fly, where we take a random idea out of the hat and try to develop into a story.
Got it.
Okay,
I got
let
it.
go. Okay,
Fine.
I already have the prompt.
All right, what is it?
A cursed warrior finds himself in a holy land.
a cursed warrior.
Okay.
How is he cursed?
So, how cursed are
kind
we
of
wanting to go here, and
cursed?
how holy are we wanting to go here?
Do we want it to be like he's cursed? You want like an undead warrior type thing, or do we
Sounds
want
fun.
Go
something?
that route. You could have him be like the Demon King's warrior.
Or no, here's what happened. In some great battle against evil in the past, he won and he beat back the darkness. But with the dying breath of, he cursed him to something bad.
Or
I don't
you
know.
could have something along the lines of, who is it in the Lord of the Rings? Someone, you could have a group of warriors or just a warrior who refused a certain call that he was supposed to, or broke an oath, or did something really bad. Not necessarily super bad, but something
You
that
could
caused him
do-
to be cursed because he, disobeyed the king, or
You could do kind of a redemption story along that line where he was cursed for doing something wrong. Kind of the paladin who has lost his
There are multiple ways to
status,
curse a
and
character.
then he finds himself going back to his holy land where he had lived before and trying to help them because they something
all right.
So what is the
having to
exact
be
So how
intent of
does
the
he end up
curse?
in the Holy Land?
well, it could be loss of power.
He could be undead.
I don't like the idea of loss of power. I like the idea of this being some kind of curse. Remember Cert? Almost that kind of
Okay,
level of
don't give that
destructive
away
curse.
though.
I'm not gonna give it away,
Yeah.
but kind of that kind of level of an awful curse.
Alright, so what if...
Oberon,
Oh,
I can't
Oberon from the
die.
Crown series?
Oh gosh, that was a creepy one. All
Yep.
right, not as creepy as creepy in a different way.
Different kind
than
of
Cert.
Okay,
Okay.
so he's cursed somehow. What if we could make the curse be something like words?
Okay, words like he can't speak. Oh, that would be hard for an author.
Oh.
So you write a sign all through the book. It just kind of hard thing to
Bert
write.
just doesn't sign things, and he's just the silent hero that everyone's reading
Yes,
the expressions of.
You could make it a video game protagonist.
All right,
That actually does sound like fun.
Here's the thing. I want the curse to give him some kind of problem, and I want that problem to be amplified by the fact that he's in the Holy Land.
Okay, so
Or
what
you
is
could
this
have
Holy
the
Land?
curse be something where he can't touch anything holy or special or anything with light magic, or he can't go out in the sunlight or stuff. Of course, if you have the Holy Land, I don't know how he got there. Maybe on accident. I don't know how you accidentally end up in the Holy
No,
Land.
he might. I think he intentionally went there because that was kind of his homeland or something, and he wants to be there. But the curse is kind of holding him back, so he can't just casually walk around in the Holy Land because of the curse. It could even be there. Could even be a kind of almost as soon as he steps onto the Holy Land, there's like a physical pain that accompanies it that he deals with through. Although just having him be in pain the whole story doesn't really
Make for an interesting story.
Yeah, he just kind of grits his teeth and bears it, or he leaves occasionally to rest, like how just being there hurts, but just
It
being in
doesn't
pain.
write
not
that
as
well.
practical,
Yeah, it doesn't
yeah.
write that well.
So he needs something to actually do to him.
Could the curse be that that he's compelled to do a certain thing? He's compelled to protect certain people, or he's compelled to.
Or could the curse be that he's the kind of thing where it completely changed him into part demon?
Wait. Okay.
I like the idea that he is cursed to protect someone because perhaps he was this noble paladin and he failed to protect someone. Tried, gave it his all, but he failed to protect someone, and that
So now he's
person,
cursed to defend.
that person who was that
Or he
person
could
was
have
the
shirked
daughter
his
of somebody,
duties and not helped someone who
And-
he was supposed to
and
help,
so
and
then
then
some evil
Ooh.
sorceress curses him that he will protect you know, this was
Mhm.
one of my daughters that got hurt. You're going to protect my other one, but she's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
She had a story
You
kind
could
of
have-
like this. She gave us once.
I was gonna say you
And
could have
with that.
someone where you could have something where he refused to help. He refused to protect someone. Maybe the person did him wrong, he thought, and he maybe the person he was supposed to protect did something that really upset him, and so he was like, "No, sorry, can't protect." You know, or I won't work with this other knight because you know something he did. But for some personal reason, he refuses to do what he's supposed to do, and so he becomes cursed to protect that person's daughter or that person's
All right, if we're going with a curse to protect someone, one idea I kind of like is let's give him an almost undead-esque aesthetic where we make him immortal, but link his life to the person he's supposed to protect.
But make it so that he has to obey that person.
Well, I was
he is
thinking more,
compelled.
yeah, partially that, but I was thinking more like his life is now linked to that person. So he can flat out die and just come right back as long as they're alive. But if they get even hurt, he feels it twice as much as they do.
Well, yes, you can do that, but I still think that there needs to be a compelling to do this person's
Yeah,
bidding.
Mhm.
Because
I thought that was a given.
so okay,
No,
so
that would be fun.
yeah, okay,
So
If
this
that's the
person
case, should we
needs
also
compelled
make
to
it so that the
protect.
curse also ended up altering his forms, or specifically for the purposes of protecting someone, so he doesn't even have hands anymore, they're just blades?
no, let's give him hands.
Let's give him hands.
Humanoid.
Yes.
He would be humanoid. He just
But-
had blades instead of
Now,
hands.
blades would be really inconvenient.
No,
mean,
because
can't
she
even open
might
a door.
need some other things
You
too.
don't need to open the door. You need to break through the door and then
No, this person
kill
needs-
everyone that's trying to hurt her.
okay.
Now this person he's protecting, is this person nice or mean or
I
a
think we
little
want her to
both?
be mix.
Okay,
Let's make her not quite like the nicest person in the world.
but not a really bad person either.
Let's make her be
Not
rough around the edges, but overall a good person.
I think you make her someone who is very selfish. And so she is not maliciously outgoing, you know, I want to take over the world. I'm so evil, you know, whatever. But she is very selfish. And so she does ask
Mhm.
him to do things that will hurt other people to put her ahead,
Mhm.
you know.
Or she could be have been very sheltered. So it's not that she's intentionally going, oh, go hurt these people for me, as much as it's just she's like, well, get this for me.
Well, I mean, it's the type of thing like, you
Yeah.
know, okay, this contest, well, I want to win it, make sure she does it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
not real.
Oh wait,
yes,
so
not
she's the
real-
villain now. I wanted her to be the hero.
Oh, I wanted her to be in a lot of this to be about him, you know, her having a vendetta against somebody and him learning to break this curse and to actually save the person that's good. That's what I was looking.
Honestly,
Oh.
if this is something where she's the villain, how the story would probably end up ending is he manages to resist the compulsion enough to to plunge his sword through her heart. But since his life is bound to hers, he dies in the process.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go more
I
the
wouldn't
route.
go that dark because first she is not. Like I said, I don't see her as that evil plunge a knife through her. You won't want to see her die. You want to see her.
No, you are
kind of
describing her that way though, is
get
the
her
thing.
come up.
No, I would if I were doing this, I might actually do her where she's a good person, but ignorant or naive, and so she kind of has to have her own arc and grow,
Well,
and he has to learn to put aside his personal feelings because I kind of
Yeah,
saw this as
I was imagining
he
her
gave up.
as being a nice person, but being
But you
very
could go
rough
either
around the
route.
edges and being very bad at making friends. Kind
You
of
could
think,
go both
kind of
routes
think
with
like Mom, where it's just like very blunt.
Me blunt? Oh, never.
You would never be blunt.
No.
Never, ever.
You could go a lot of
But
different routes with this character.
and then have it be so that
This
since
character
she
he's
has
compelled
this
to-
magical this cursed protector
Mhm.
who can literally die multiple times protecting her, have it made her even more confident, and so she can go flat out look at royalty in the face and tell them, yeah, you're
I'm
being
gonna tell you
terrible.
whatever I feel like because I got a big.
Tell them
concern
off
on
to
what
their
you're gonna do
face.
about it.
I kind of see who though is going. He can die however many times, and kind of just taking him for granted. So
Mhm.
I don't see her as the hero, as the girl he gets together with at the end.
It doesn't.
Go
No,
to multiple different routes with it.
They
so
don't have
that's
to,
fine.
but
If you
I
wanna
want
go
him to
with
be a
him-
hero at least. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, if you want, she can learn and she can grow, but I still
Mhm.
don't see her as the love interest because that's not
Okay.
a healthy relationship, even if she overcomes.
No,
the
fair
thing.
enough.
I could see though her being involved with someone who is the big bad villain,
Okay.
and her being involved with someone who is the big bad villain, or her
Mhm.
being connected, the person that put this curse on. When I was thinking it originally, this person that put the curse on is this evil sorceress who is saying, you're going to take care of my daughter because
Mhm.
you didn't protect whoever,
Yeah.
and you're going to take care of my daughter now and make sure. And the evil sorceress is actually
Yeah.
the big bad,
Mm-hmm.
So you're suggesting a redemption arc.
for the girl that
Okay.
he's taking. Yes. And
Yeah.
for him, he is going to learn to break this curse. And perhaps he breaks it by achieving actually, saving her in some heroic way. But the
Mhm.
other thing that he could do, now, if you do want to make her, that would be a hard thing though to write, to have that much of a change in one
Mhm.
book. But
Yeah.
you
I'll
could
break
do
the
it.
curse.
Well,
Cast level. Use wish. Cast. What was it? What was it called?
Yeah.
The
Remove curse.
yeah. Remove curse.
That's
Just
why if
cast
I
remove
were doing
curse.
it,
Good
I would
point. That's
probably
probably
make the
easier.
girl that he's protecting
Remove
not
curse.
necessarily a bad person, but someone that because of their background he resents her, and have the curse be broken when he basically when he overcomes his
He
resentment
let
towards
true
her.
love overcome.
It doesn't have to be that kind of love, but it can be something
Yeah.
like that,
How
you know.
sweet.
Mm.
It's not it
Oh,
works
no,
for breaking a
I've
curse.
got love stories with true love.
It doesn't have to
Okay.
be true love. It could be but
Yeah,
whereas
No,
he
no. This is
overcomes
more
his,
letting go of the resentment that cursed him
he
in the first
overcomes
place.
his resentment. Like
You
I
could
could
go
see.
several.
You could still have her be super evil. You could have the girl be super evil though, and have him still have to overcome his resentment in order to break the curse, which could be very difficult, but also very compelling story too.
And
so.
it could be something there where he's having to obey her, but obeys her, trying to twist every loophole he can
Yeah.
to not have to do the evil things.
I did the thing you told me to. I also did 5 other things to keep
I
from doing it the
also-
way that you asked.
Yeah, I
but-
also, warned the victim before, the people. I also evacuated the building before I blew it up. I also did this and
Yeah.
whatever.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it could be fun.
I don't think we've got one set on this because there's
No.
a lot.
No,
of
we have
different
3
ideas.
different ideas.
Yeah, a
That's
lot of
okay.
different ideas. So I think on this one,
So tell us how you would do
than
it.
coming up with a story idea, we've just brainstormed a bit on it. I think that's okay though.
That's okay.
Do we have anything
We do
else we
that a
want
lot.
to add to this? Because I would probably go with the sorceress as the main villain.
I would make it so that I would really focus more on that fact that they're going into the Holy Land,
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
because you completely forgot about that part by
I
the
did.
end.
You are right.
I kind of think of this is a redemption arc. He's the mentor who's been cursed to have to protect her, and now he's trying to help show her how the world
Ooh.
actually should
That
work.
could be fun.
So he managed to get her to in her
Yeah.
path to go into the Holy Land so that he could help
Or
her.
when he failed before, whatever he failed on, and it doesn't have to be not saving someone, but whatever he failed on was where they lost the Holy Land and this evil sorceress took it over.
You could go that route.
I'm liking
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
actually kind of what I was going for. Was
Okay.
have the ruler of the Holy Land have not been the original ruler, and so they have to save the Holy Land, and have that be the main
And to
conflict.
save the Holy Land, he's got to break this curse.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and because it's the Holy Land, it might be his only chance to break the curse.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Well,
So that's
what would you
where
do
I
with
was
this?
going to go with it.
Give us
Okay.
your ideas in the comment and tell us how you would do this.
And we will see you next time.